Toon Corner, and today we'll be talking about the toontastic year of 1941. During that time, America was involved with World War II ever since the bombing of Pearl Harbor. So men were being drafted, women started working in factories, people were selling war bonds, and some people were planting victory gardens. In the animation industry, different cartoon studios were making rather propaganda cartoons, zany war cartoons, or short animated training films. Hollywood has done their best to support the war effort. For example, celebrities like Bob Hope joined the USO, aka the United Service Organization. At the Walt Disney Studio, Walt Disney and his team of animators released two films. The first one was an animated film called Dumbo, a story about a baby elephant with big ears. When the film was released in theaters, it became an instant classic. It received praise from the audience and the critics, and it did very well at the box office. Dumbo simply became one of those very popular Disney characters. Dumbo has his own ride at Disneyland, and there was a live-action remake of the film directed by Tim Burton. The other film that was released was a live-action animated film called The Reluctant Dragon, starring Robert Benchley. The film evolves around Robert as he takes a tour at the Walt Disney Studio while searching for Walt himself. Along the way, he learns how Disney made their animated movies and cartoons. The Reluctant Dragon isn't like the films that Disney had made in the past, but it did really well at the box office, and it did receive some positive reviews from the audience and the critics. While Dumbo and the Reluctant Dragon were being made, trouble was brewing up at the Walt Disney Studio, and it's simply referred to as the Disney Animators Strike. It all started when animator Art Babbitt noticed that some animators were treated unfairly. So Art went up to Walt and asked him if Walt can unionize the studio. Walt refused. So that was the spark that started the fire. So Art, as well as several other animators, left the studio and started going on strike in front of the studio. So not only did it hurt the studio financially, but it traumatized Walt himself. So by the time the strike came to an end, things were never the same at the Walt Disney Studio. At the Fleischer Brothers studio, they made their second and last animated film called Mr. Bug Goes to Town. When the film was released, it did not do well at all. And that is because when the film was released, America was still in shock over the bombing of Pearl Harbor and, started going into war. So not a lot of people saw the film. So Mr. Bug Goes to Town is one of the big reasons why the Fleischer Brothers studio was shut down. And the question of the day is, have you been to Pearl Harbor? Just let's put the comment section down below for the event of quests. And I'll see you next time in Toon Corner.